Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today because, let's be real, we're tackling something that's probably on all of our minds lately. We're going to dive right into the absolute best, most practical ways to make extra money every single month. And the kicker? We're focusing on strategies that don't require you to quit your day job or totally upend your life to do it. So, want extra cash without quitting? It's a simple question, right? I mean, who wouldn't want a little extra padding in their bank account? We are all constantly on the lookout for accessible side hustles that actually fit into our chaotic, modern lifestyles. Whether you're trying to cover those ever-rising grocery bills, maybe stash away cash for a vacation, or just want some guilt-free fun money, finding a gig that slots seamlessly into your current routine, well, that's kind of the holy grail of personal finance. But, okay, let's be entirely honest with each other for a second here. Most of these make money quick apps, they're just trash. There are literally thousands of apps out there making these huge empty promises. We've all seen the ads. But as our source material bluntly points out, they usually just drain your time and hand you pennies in return. So in this explainer, we're cutting through all that noise. We're strictly focusing on the top 5 apps that legitimately, reliably pay out in 2026. These are the real deal, the ones actually worth your time and your phone's storage space. All right, here's our roadmap. We've got 4 main steps. First, easy money for beginners. Second, low-effort passive cash. Third, the high earnings ceiling. And finally, some essential pro tips for success. Let's jump right into Section 1, Easy Money for Beginners, Everyday Habits. Our very first app, and frankly the absolute best overall app to get your feet wet, is Swagbucks. If you're completely new to making money on your phone, this is your ultimate entry point. Why? Because you literally need 0 prior skills. You're just piggybacking on things you probably already do when you're killing time. We're talking answering a few surveys instead of doom scrolling, watching short videos, shopping online, or even playing games. It's just incredibly accessible for anyone. Now, here's what you're really wondering about, the payout. You're looking at a potential $50 to $300 a month. That's what you can realistically expect if you use it regularly. Now, is it going to buy you a private jet? No, of course not. But an extra couple $100 just for playing a game or clicking through a survey while you're binging TV on the couch? That is solid. Plus, they make it super easy to cash out directly through PayPal or with gift cards. Next up in our beginner tier is Ibotta. If Swagbucks is the ultimate all-rounder, Ibotta is hands down the reigning champion of grocery shopping. If you're the one handling the household shopping, this is an absolute must-download. You literally just earn cash by scanning your receipts after a grocery run, or even better, by linking your store loyalty cards right there in the app. Just by taking, maybe 10 extra seconds to snap a picture of a receipt, you can realistically pull in $20 to over $100 a month in pure cashback. This is money back on everyday groceries and essentials that you were going to buy anyway. It's basically the app paying you just to prove that you bought your milk and eggs. It's a no-brainer. Okay. Moving right along to Section 2, low effort, passive cash, set it and forget it. If you buy literally anything on the internet, say hello to your new best friend, Rakuten. This is the gold standard for online shopping cashback. You can use their mobile app or just drop their browser extension onto your computer. Whenever you shop at one of their thousands of partner stores, Rakuten automatically wakes up and applies cashback to your cart. Buying new shoes? Bam, cash back. No scanning receipts, no taking surveys. It just beautifully, automatically happens. While the monthly numbers might seem a bit smaller than the others at first glance, this one easily nets you a cool $50 to $200 or more per year. And here is a massive pro tip from our sources. Definitely, absolutely use Rakuten during huge sales events, like Black Friday. When you're already making those bigger purchases, that automatic cashback percentage piles up incredibly fast. You're maximizing your return with literally 0 extra effort. Now, I want to point out a really fascinating contrast here. With Swagbucks and Ibotta, you're doing what we call active tapping. You have to actually do something like scan a receipt or take a survey. Rakuten kind of blurs that line, but our next app, it pushes us straight into the world of pure passive earning. This is the sweet spot where your phone does the work while you literally do nothing. Enter app number 4, Honeygain. This is widely celebrated right now as the best passive app out there. It is the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it tool. You just install it once on your phone or laptop, and it quietly and securely, which is important, runs in the background. What it's actually doing is just sharing bits of your unused internet bandwidth with their network. So just for having a decent Wi-Fi connection and letting it exist on your device, you generate an effortless $5 to $40 a month. And here is the absolute kicker. That's per device. It is the literal definition of passive income. You set it up, you go live your life, and the cash just slowly trickles in while you aren't even looking. All right, let's level up. Section 3. The high earning ceiling, freelancing. What if you want way more than just pocket change? To hit the big numbers, you need platforms like Upwork or Fiverr. Now, these aren't just little apps you tap on while waiting in line for coffee. These are massive, global marketplaces where you're essentially launching your own micro-business. If you have a real actionable skill, whether you're great at writing, graphic design, video editing, being a virtual assistant, or maybe offering some of these new AI services, these platforms connect you directly with clients who are willing to pay for your talent. Because this takes actual, focused effort and professional work, the earning ceiling is just incredible. We are talking about an earning potential of $500 to well over $5,000 a month. Now, obviously that takes time, right? You have to establish yourself, deliver top-notch work, and rack up some stellar 5-star reviews. But once you do, this absolutely transforms from a simple side hustle into a really serious income stream. This visual perfectly captures the reality of the side hustle landscape. Your everyday, low-effort apps like Ibotta and Swagbucks, they're going to give you fantastic pocket money, maybe $100 to $300. But applying a dedicated professional skill on a platform like Upwork or Fiverr, that scales your income exponentially, rocketing all the way up to that $5,000 mark. Basically, your earnings scale directly with the value and the effort that you're putting in. Okay, we've broken down the platforms. Now for our final stop, Section 4, Pro Tips for Success, Maximizing Your Hustle. Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet for everything we've covered in the explainer so far. The trick is to match the platform to your personal effort level and your goals. Look, if you want easy beginner money, go with Swagbucks and Ibotta. If you want the lowest possible ongoing effort, Rakuten and Honeygain are your best friends. And if you want to smash through that high earning ceiling, Upwork and Fiverr are exactly where you need to be. To actually make this work without burning out, you need a strategy. Our sources highlighted 4 huge pro tips. First, do not overwhelm yourself. Seriously, just start with 2 or 3 apps that naturally fit your day. Second, be consistent. Opening the app daily is what builds real cash over time. Third, and please don't skip this one, track your earnings and always set aside a little bit for taxes. Nobody wants a surprise bill from the IRS. And finally, the app world moves super fast, so always skim through the recent user reviews before you download anything new to make sure it's still paying out. Listen, if you take absolutely nothing else away from this explainer today, let it be this one core secret. Success in the side hustle game is not about downloading 50 different apps and opening them once a month. The real secret? Pick just 1 or 2 platforms that actually resonate with you and use them consistently. That focused repetition is the magic ingredient that actually puts cash in your wallet month after month. So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought. Which app are you going to try first? You've got the tools, you know the realistic earning potentials, and you have the strategy to not burn out. Pick your starting point today, go download that very first app, and take that first real step toward making extra cash in 2026. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.